Welcome to another live trading day with trade recap. This is the 15th of September 2025. Today is Monday, first day of the week. And basically, we missed an early opportunity just about an hour ago, or maybe 2 hours back, actually, in the first hour of the London session. We missed this opportunity simply because I wasn't monitoring at this precise time. I did preempt this here, and then in the end I didn't place a trade because obviously the CISD hadn't been formed just yet. But here there was a new CISD, and just as it was about to be broken, there was a nice bullish displacement candle, and that would have been our cue to enter with the stop loss right at the bottom of that CISD, of that displacement candle rather. And that would have yielded a nice 4.94 had we targeted the 75% of the CRT range. Now, if we had done our usual 50%, it would have been 3.42, which is still decent. And this is what it looked like. This is what it actually looks like right now in the 1 hour time frame. So this is the candle that we would have entered in. So as you can see, this was the CRT perfectly syncing with this BPR range, and the BPR is of course embedded within the FVG. So yeah, that's the one we missed. Now we are in this trade, which is pound USD. Now here it's a little bit trickier, but again, it's not an obvious CRT candle in the sense that it's not a displacement candle, but nonetheless it had a lot of the good features. In other words, it kind of broke through, got some liquidity, and then would have given us a nice entry. However, as we speak, just now, we have actually lost this trade, which is great because it shows us that everything here is bare. There's nothing to hide. We're not doing any kind of editing. It's all live in front of you, whatever happens. And so this has turned out to be a loss as well. Now, keep in mind, the first one wasn't a loss, and we didn't place that trade. So this is our first loss of the day. And so we shall keep looking for trades. But for now, we've placed one trade and we have lost it. And so that's where we stand. And we shall keep you posted with any potential trades in the forthcoming, few minutes or few hours. Keeping in mind this is the third hour of London session, so typically we trade the first 3 hours of the London session plus the fourth one if something nice appears during that hour as well. The New York session, if it's a Friday, we do, but otherwise we don't. We simply can't because of work. One works in the evening, which is during the New York session. So that's why we simply target the first 3 or 4 hours of London session. Even the fifth hour is a possibility. So that's that. We shall keep you posted with anything that may occur. Until then, take care. All right, welcome back. Sorry, I thought I was recording, but it's not recording. It didn't record, actually. So anyway, we re-entered based on the fact that it pierced through the liquidity level and then made a sharp turn back down. And so now we have re-entered on that rebounds and hoping that it's not going to pierce once more. If it does, then that would be a third time of piercing within as many hours, and that would be quite unlucky for us. But that would also mean that we would have had 2 losses, and that would be it for this particular pair for today, if not entirely for today. So that's how we are looking at the situation right now, as you can see, the CRT candle that we traded off, it's actually not a displacement CRT, so the ideal yellow candle that we usually trade from. But it was a nice thickish one, and also a wick at the top, which kind of made it a little bit iffy, plus the wick that got that made it pierce the wick of the CRT, and then that wick also got pierced. So you can see here there were two liquidity grabs, and hoping that there won't be a third one, and instead it would drop down and hit our target, which is the 50% CRT level. So we shall keep you posted. In the meantime, stay tuned. Okay, unfortunately that didn't work out either, so we got stopped out yet again. So basically 2 losses so far, both on the same pair, which is pound USD, and there's nothing else going on. Oh, hang on, there we go. That's a nice looking CRT, perfect. Not much of a wick on either side, and okay, we have something that we need to pay attention to. As for the other pairs, there, oh, hang on, there's Euro US, Euro Aussie as well. Okay, looks promising. Suppose we shouldn't have expended our energy on those 2 trades, particularly given the fact that they were not from a true CRT candle. So a yellow one is, according to our definition, a true CRT, especially when it doesn't have a wick and stuff. So here it's looking good, but in terms of liquidity, it hasn't sought any major liquidity level in the recent few hours, and so therefore that might be a concern for us. Ideally, it should go up all the way here and then seek liquidity from that level and then come back down. But we will keep an eye on it. So this is the pair we're looking at now, Euro Aussie, and I believe it was pound Aussie as well. Yes, so pound Aussie is much better because you can see here it has already sought the liquidity level of this particular level, and so now it's likely to come back down and hit at least 50%. So we'll see what happens. We will keep you posted. Okay, so just a quick update on the 2 trades that we spotted quite suddenly as we were about to close out the video for the day just a few minutes ago. So this is the update. It's looking promising, but as of now, there hasn't been a clear CISD that we need to break. Maybe this could be one because there's a stretch of 3-4 candles, albeit there's a bearish one in between, but we can consider this to be a CISD, this whole range. So it breaks down from below and then heads back up to this FEG or something, then it might be worth considering. This is the pound Aussie, and then Euro Aussie. We're looking at ideally breakthrough of this level because that's where the major liquidity level is. Otherwise, we won't touch Euro Aussie. So that's the update. We shall see what happens, and until then, take care. Right, a quick update. I've entered the Euro Aussie pair based off the fact that there was a CSD here which was broken. As you can see, 3 consecutive bearish candles, and then it went up for a retrace and hit the BPR level. Now it's heading back down, so we took an entry just below the BPR for a 4.82 risk to reward. So let's see what happens. As for the pound Aussie, that's also about to materialize in the sense that the CISD changing state of delivery is just about to happen. So maybe we'll enter this trade as well, perhaps on a rebalance up to the BPR level and then back down all the way. So let's see, we shall keep you posted as always. All right, so just to give you a quick update, unfortunately, this got stopped out as well. And this is the Euro USD trade, as you can see. We entered here just off the CISD break and also the retest of the BPR. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. So I think I'm most likely going to call it a day unless I see something really promising popping up within the next 1 hour. I shall call it a day. So yeah, that's how it is. 3 trades, 3 losses. C'est la vie. Welcome back to the remaining part of today's video. So basically what happened was the last trade that we placed, which was pound Aussie, was our savior because it hit both 50% level as well as the 75, and that yielded a decent amount of profit, which was able to swoop up all the losses that we had prior from our earlier trades today. So all in all, it was a fantastic day because it was a profitable day. It just taught us how to be resilient, even though we had 3 losses, 2 from one pair and 1 from the other. This third pair, pound Aussie, gave us all back and some more. Looking forward to the next day. Until then, take care and God bless.